Wasn't gonna make a video. Wasn't gonna make a video. But I was just really sitting in my room. I got back from work a couple hours ago, and I was just really thinking about this stuff, and it just really. I'm just gonna wing it. Obviously, I never script things really. So, man, Avatar. What's going on, man? So, so I'm just gonna jump into it. Seven Havens. Seven Havens. I don't know, man. It's just like I got nothing else to say. I mean, I really don't know what to say about this. The animation quality for this is just really bad. It's just really bad. It's not good. It's just not good at all. It's really, really poor. And when you see how good Avatar looked, for the most part, because Avatar The Last Airbender, I agree with Brian Konietzko. Some of it's really rough. And I've even said that in a couple of my previous videos. I've made no bones about that. I do think that Avatar The Last Airbender is visually inconsistent. I do think that it still looks great when it's on its A game, when JM Animation does its stuff. But ultimately, I do think Avatar The Last Airbender is not as consistent as it should be. It's because they had three animation studios working on it at the same time. They had DR Movie, they had Moi Animation, and they had JM Animation. Now, Moi was much better than DR, but JM was way better than both of them. They absolutely killed it whenever they did an episode. It still looks good, and actually, you might disagree, but I actually think a good amount of JM's work in Avatar looks better than Korra. The drawings, I mean, the fluidity, the animation, not the compositing, not the fact that it's 480p and Korra is 1080p. I'm talking about the actual animation. JM really killed it. Go back to those episodes, man. They look really good. The waterbending scroll is a great episode from book one in terms of visuals. But anyway, I'm going off topic here slightly. Seven Havens, man, rough. Looks rough. It looks fucking rough. And no, I'm not talking about the art style. The art style, that's. I hate saying this, but it's somewhat kind of almost sort of true. Almost. It's subjective. The art style is the art style. It's like it's not the animation quality. The animation quality is the problem. The art style is not really the issue. It's just not. It's not my cup of tea. It's definitely something I wouldn't have done if I were Brian, if I were the art director, which I'm assuming still is Brian Konietzko. It's definitely not where I would go. But I understand the motive behind it. Avatar The Last Airbender had this style, and then Korra came in, and Brian was like, all right, we're going to keep the style, but we're going to really update it. We're going to give it a huge upgrade. Characters' ears are going to be drawn more detailed. The proportions are going to be more realistic. The clothing is going to be more physically accurate. They took the Avatar art style for Korra, and they upgraded it. And Korra is, by and large, by far, outside of the new movie, the Aang movie, the best Avatar has ever looked consistently. Consistently. Because earlier I did say JM's animation did look really good in Avatar. But, yeah, man, Korra had a great production. And then you got Seven Havens. And, man, I gotta tell you, it looks like shit. It looks really bad. I think... So here's what I'm going to say about Studio Mir. And I know Studio Mir did not do Seven Havens. But you got to hear what I'm going to say about it. I think the only show that genuinely looked really good that Studio Mir had ever done, like consistently all the way through, and I know they didn't do all of it for a lot of reasons, but it was The Legend of Korra. It was their first show, and they really showed up hard for it, and they nailed it. They knocked it out of the fucking park. They killed it. The Legend of Korra is a beautiful looking production. It really is. It's first rate. It still looks great. Some of it doesn't. Some of Mir's stuff actually doesn't look that great, and some of Studio Rev, which was like a sister company that helped them animate it, some of their stuff, it's not that great in book 3 and 4, but it looks really good, really good. For the most part, it's a great production. There are other shows, Studio Mir, like Voltron Legendary Defender. It's not terrible. It's not terrible. It's definitely not bad, but it's not. It starts to look flat by that point. And I know the art style is different. Again, the art style is not the problem. I'm talking about the key animation. Like that shit actually isn't as fluid as Korra. And it gets like that with their other shows too. I think they did like a Superman show recently. That doesn't look that good. And once again, I know the art style is different, but the animation quality is what really suffers. So Studio Mir, in my opinion, is not perfect. They're not perfect. And I recognize that. But this looks really bad. I don't know if you can hear in the background, there's a fucking helicopter. Yeah, there it is. There it goes. That fucking helicopter. Unreal. Yeah, but like, apparently some French animation studio did this. Man, oh fuck. Oh boy. Oh boy. Man, if you think this looks good, you need to get your eyes checked. Sorry. You do. Like, either that, and I'm not trying to come off as a snob. I know I could probably kind of come off that way in some of my videos because I'm very aggressive sometimes and I get really ranty and I get angry and defensive about shit. I really don't mean to come off that way. It's just I'm really passionate about this stuff. But I do mean this when I say this. And I don't, like I said, don't mean this in a snobbish way. I just mean this in an objective fucking way. As objective as I can be. If you think this looks good, you have no eye for animation. Okay? Like, genuinely straight up, you have no eye for animation. If you think it's okay or like gets the job done, okay, that's great. I don't agree. I think Avatar really sets a fucking high bar, but that's okay. You can feel that way. But if you say that this looks good or even great or even like interesting or fluid or whatever, man, you need to like, I don't know, fucking like watch more animated movies or something. You need to like watch more animation because this ain't it, Chief. It's not good looking at all. It's really rough. And I don't know what else to say, man. You know, the animation sucks. It's really not good. It looks super cheap. But you know what else I noticed? And I started to talk about this like when I got back from work. I was like really thinking to myself. I'm like, man, you know, the animation's not good, but it doesn't even look like Avatar anymore. And that kind of actually, you know, this kind of contradicts what I was saying. Um, in a way, depending on how you frame it, what angle you're looking at it, but it kind of is the art style, somewhat. It's not entirely. It's the animation first and foremost, for sure. But the art style, the art direction. No, you know what that is? You know what it is? It's not the art style, it's the art direction. That is another problem. And I didn't notice it until I was watching the trailer again. It doesn't look like Avatar. It doesn't even look like Korra. Now you're gonna sit there and say like, "Oh yeah, of course it does. They got the green eyes if they're an Earthbender, and they got this and that." Yeah, I know. I understand that. I'm not stupid. I'm really not. I could see that. I'm not fucking stupid. But it doesn't look like Avatar anymore. It genuinely looks like a sci-fi show. It doesn't have any resemblance to an Asiatic like world. Where's the kung fu? And I know I saw some like kung fu ish bending in there. I'm not. I'm rambling, but I hopefully you know what I mean. It really does look like, and it's really deviating away from Avatar in so many ways, and I'm not okay with that, man. You know, I give Korra a lot of shit. A lot. And I always will. I always will, but I'll come to defend it when it needs defending. Because Korra is not the worst thing ever. It's just a viciously flawed and intentionally or unintentionally disrespectful sequel to a show everyone loves. Korra had a much better art direction than this. It was very respectful of the Asian stuff. And I'm not trying to be some inclusive lefty or whatever. I'm not like, oh, I need this Asian representation. I'm not one of those people. I'm not one of those fucking assholes. But I'm going to be honest with you. I kind of see where somebody could complain about that. It's it doesn't look like it anymore. I mean, think about the ancient Chinese vibe that Avatar had. It felt so authentic. You know, they got the fans, Kyoshi's fans, they got those right. They got, you know, all the tiling on the roofs right. You know, the visual similarities between the Forbidden City and like Ba Sing Se and shit like that. It was just such a love letter to that culture. And then Korra comes in and it definitely changes things, but it doesn't really. It just updates the art in a lot of ways and goes more futuristic. It still felt like the same world. It still felt like, oh yeah, this is Avatar. It's just definitely a different spin on it. This don't feel like Avatar anymore. And you know, the animation quality being as bad as it is really opened my eyes to that. So again, I'll correct myself. It's not the art style. It's not the pastel color palette. It's not the, you know, the flatness kind of look, the non-painterly look to the backgrounds. It's not that, guys. It's the fucking art direction. And I don't know how much Brian had a say in this. Like, maybe he did. You know, in a previous video, I said something like, you know, Brian had, you know, a graphic novel called Thread Worlds in mind, and he didn't make it. And I could see how this could coincide with that visually, kind of, sort of. It looks a lot more similar than anything else he's made. Man, this is disappointing. You know, I read an article, I'm pretty sure, like a year or two ago. I guess it was last year, where they said that, you know, Brian and Mike aren't always the hands-on showrunners for Seven Havens. And man, does it feel like it. It feels like they handpicked an art director. And fuck, man, they just said go with it. And it just, this is not my Avatar, man. And it hasn't been for a long time. And now that we have this, it's like, what a missed opportunity this studio was, you know? And I'm not trying to get like, oh, here we go again. He's freaking out. No, I'm not going to. This was such a missed opportunity. It really was. And I'm not saying Paramount's not at fault, because they are. But Brian and Mike are too in a lot of ways. And, you know, I've tried to be more positive. You know, for the past like couple weeks on Twitter, I've been like just trying to be more positive and say, hey, you know what? I wish the best for them. Because I do. I want the best for them. I want them to make this franchise great. I want it to be bigger, more well known, and I want it to expand. I want it to be respectful to the original series. I want it to course correct from Korra. And it just looks like it's doubling down on its worst impulses. And it's never going to be what I want it to be. It's never going back. And, you know, another thing too. So I'm just going to say this. I don't know if this will get me in trouble or anything. I'm not going to spoil anything. But I saw the movie. I watched the movie. It's impossible for me not to. Okay? It just is. I've been waiting for that movie for years. I think everybody on this planet has seen it already. And yes, you know, in a previous rant I said I wasn't going to do this, but I am going to support it. Okay? I am going to I am gonna subscribe to Paramount Plus and watch the movie. God damn it. I don't want to do it, but I have to because I enjoyed the movie. But here's the thing with the movie, right? I enjoyed it, but I'm going to be honest with you. In a lot of ways, and a lot of people have said this, a lot of people have said things like this, I should say. The movie, it kind of sucks. I'm going to be honest with you. And I know that's weird. It's like, you just said you're going to support a movie that you think sucks. No, I enjoy the movie. I like the movie. But if I'm being realistic about it, it kind of sucks. Somehow a character lost in a fight, multiple fights that I don't agree with. I'm not going to spoil, I'm just going to allude to things. Somehow they changed a character dynamic in one scene and it made no sense to me. Somehow there's, the villain is a certain way and no one knew about it. I got so many problems. I'd have to do a separate video. But I really enjoyed the movie for some reason. It did a lot of shit that really pissed me off. A lot of stuff that reminded me of The Legend of Korra. And just the way that was written. But, like, I still enjoyed it for some reason. And I think a lot of it had to do with the visuals and, like, the action and stuff like that. Because it is a beautiful looking movie. My God, it's gorgeous. But, like, ugh, man, what's going on? What's going on with Avatar, man? Should I jump ship? Should I just stop? Should I stop making videos? Listen. I don't make videos. I don't really make videos. You know this. You know I don't make videos. But I'm sitting here and I'm really thinking like I'm always gonna be passionate about Avatar: The Last Airbender for sure. But do I really want to be the guy that's always complaining? Like, yes, I have been. I've complained plenty on my channel. I'm sure you know. But I don't want to be that. I want to be positive, and I am a positive person. I'm just very passionate about this stuff. I truly hold Avatar to a kind of unrealistic standard. The first series, guys, it's really good. It really is. You should watch it. It's so good. It's so fucking good. It really is. So forgive me for holding it to a high standard, but I'm just not going to accept this. I'm not going to accept this animation. I'm not going to accept this crap. This, non-Avatar show. Like it's going to have Rava and Vatu in it and it's going to like oh god. What are they doing, man? So I guess in a lot of ways, I'm shocked that Brian and Mike approved of this, but I'm not really shocked either. This is not my Avatar. Not my Avatar. It's true. I don't know what else to say. I figured I'd make a video about this. I think the trailer is ugly. And honestly, if that's the music, I don't think that the music was bad in the trailer. Because Jeremy Zuckerman, I'm just going to say this flat out, he's a fucking musical masterpiece. Or mastermind, whatever. Like, he's a musical genius. But if he did the music for the trailer, which he probably did, I'm sure he did, it's weird, and I heard that they were gonna go really different route with this, but I don't know, man. It's just not feeling this. Like, what's the end goal? What's this series gonna end, and then there's gonna be another Avatar after that? And it's like, can we stop now? I kind of wish that we could just like go back in time and just like stop Korra from ever happening, so we can like only have Avatar: The Last Airbender, or Have Avatar: The Last Airbender, and then like maybe a couple movies, and then that's it. Like if Avatar Aang came out back in like 2010 or 12, and it looked like this, and it felt like this, it was this movie, only with a better script. I would be totally okay with that. Maybe a trilogy of them. I don't know. It's just like doomed, you know? It's like it's Avatar: The Last Airbender is so great conceptually and in execution, but maybe its greatest flaw is that it can't really get sequeled properly. You know what I mean? Like it was kind of designed around the story of Aang. Aang has to master all four elements and defeat the Fire Lord before Sozin's Comet. That's kind of where you have to go with every Avatar series. If you don't want to alienate people, if you don't want to go in a completely different direction and piss everybody off, you kind of have to have this tyrannical warlord, and you got to have this like reluctant hero who doesn't want to accept the responsibility. Like obviously you can change it up somewhat, but like you know what I'm trying to say. It's like you maybe the greatest flaw with ATLA is that it's really difficult to make a sequel out of. Because look at what they did with Korra. They deconstructed what the Avatar is. They deconstructed what it is to be a bender. They deconstructed, you know, Aang's character. They made the original characters like not so great parents and didn't think that would rub people the wrong way. And they went into this weird spirit vine shit with like a mech at the end. And it's just like, what is this? Where are we going, guys? What is this? It's not my Avatar. Not my Avatar. I don't know, man. I'm always going to be grateful to ATLA. ATLA is just, oh my god, it's so good. Oh my god, it's so good. But like, I don't know, man. I think it might be time to hang up the jersey. Because I don't want to be the complainer. Like I said, I don't want to be the guy that every time a new shitty fucking show comes out or a shitty fucking movie comes out, I just roll up and start going, this fucking sucks. I don't know how you guys like it. I don't want to be like that. I want to enjoy the new content. But if my favorite show is going to keep getting dragged through the mud, what's the fucking point? So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say, really. Avatar Studios, man. It's been a long journey. It's been a long ride. Years. Avatar in general. It's been a long journey. A long ride. And here we are. Here we are. Whether we like it or not, here we are. But hey, at least we finally got trailers and we finally know shit's coming out. I hope you guys enjoy it. I really do. I hope it brings joy to you. And listen, in a weird universe, I hope it brings me joy. But you know, that movie was not great. Even though I like it. Even though it's good fan service for me. I love to see my characters as adults. It's got some good stuff in there too, not just the animation. But that movie was not great, and I waited a long time for it. And maybe I'll do a full review of it. I don't know. Maybe that'll be like my final Avatar send off. I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm probably not gonna stop doing videos. You'll probably see me doing videos for years, unless I die, which could happen. Not making a promise, but if I ever stop bitching and moaning on Twitter or making shit posts or rants on YouTube, you'll know what happened. I don't mean I'm dead. Because you know me, I don't stop doing that shit. You know, I don't stop complaining as much as I want to. But anyway, that's pretty much it. I wanted to make a video talking about it. If you think this looks great, You're fucking stupid, man. I don't know. Just like watch more animation or like learn about it. There's a lot of really interesting things about animation. You should learn about it if you think this looks good because it definitely doesn't look good and you're fucking stupid. Also, the movie is visually stunning and it's got a really poor script with some good moments sprinkled about. So that's my mini review. Visually stunning. Oh my god, it's gorgeous. Wow. Unlike Seven Havens. It's a movie though. It's supposed to be. I know. But anyway, that's it. That's my video. I'll be back. Just give me some time. Got to figure out the video.